So now back to our admin panel, we have to configure this order screen in order to check all the orders in this case. So back to our admin panel, in our order screens, we will first import the packages that we want, and from React we want the use state and the use callback. From our native we want the view. We don't want the text because we will create a separate component. We'll need also the Axios, so we'll import Axios from the Axios library. And we also will need a flat list, and the flat list comes here in our React Native import, so flat list as well. And then after Axios we'll need our base URL, so base URL that comes from our assets common, and then the base URL. And then we also need from the React navigation our use focus effect. So we will import use focus effect from our React navigation native. So that's all the imports we need, and now we can already start setting some UI here. And so inside of our component we will need to set our UI, and our UI will be a simple view and a flat list. So we can already set our flat list here, and we need to set some data to it. So our data will be the orders, and for that we first need to create our state variable. So we'll say order list, we set it to order list, and then we say use state. Then we have to create a method to get those orders, and in this lecture and this component I will be doing it a little bit different than before, because before we had all of our get requests inside of our use effect, and here I will create a method for it and then use that method inside of our use focus effect. To do it differently, we said get orders. So this will be our method to get the orders, and we pass an arrow function, and here yes we have our Axios call. That will be a get method with our backticks that call our base URL to orders. And then we pass our argument and we set our order list. So we set this order list as our X data. So the response data, we set it as order list because it will come as an array. And then we just need to catch our error and just we console log it. So we say console log the error. Now we already have our data here, set order list. We need to call this method whenever the component starts. So for that we say use focus effect here, and we use our callback, and inside of our callback we call simply our method, that is the get orders. So this method, and then we just need to return the cleanup of our array. So our array was the set order list. We have to return it as empty to avoid any memory leaks, and then we just need also to empty this array here. Now we have data, so the data is in our order list, and we can use that in our favor inside of our flat list. So our flat list will have the data, the order list, then we'll render the item. So you probably be familiar at this time with these flat list methods, and then we have an item object inside, and then we just can return the text. I know I said we will not need it and we will not, but to showcase for now we will import the text and we can delete this later, and the text will be the item dot shipping, let's say just shipping address 1. It will be enough for now to show this is working. And now if we save it, we see already the shipping address appearing here. So we only have one order, and we can create more if we want. So we can go again and add the same products, and we proceed to checkout. We have a phone number. Don't forget this has always to be numeric. And now we can say New York. We say again New York, and the city will be New York. And then the zip code again, and then let's select our country, that in this case is United States, and then we just say confirm. Payment method cash, and we place the order completed. And now we go here, we already have the second order, New York, and this order seems to be working correctly with our API call returning our orders, because in this case we just call our shipping address, and we need to configure a better way to display our card. So we will create a new component called order card, where we can display it here, and also in the future to display in our user page. So back here to our orders, we will display a card here for now, where the admin can edit the status of the shipment. But first we need also to pass a key extractor here before I forget. So the key extractor will be the item ID, so we can differentiate from each item. So item ID. So now we can start to create our order card.